Our project was like any other project. It needed to be delivered yesterday. Except that this happened right after the coronavirus lockdown, and we were working with a major retailer. Their name is Sportland, and they're a leading sportswear vendor in the Baltics. They also sell under the names of Nike, Adidas, Timberland, and Sports Direct. And they have around 100 physical stores, and all of them have just gone under lockdown. So we were under immense pressure to deliver the project in the shortest time possible, and that went for both the store-related code and the underlying infrastructure that drives it. For e-commerce, we went with our Scandi PWA solution, and it runs on top of Magento 2. But for infrastructure, we had a bit of a decision to make. So while we do have an in-house DevOps team, they were fully engaged on similar urgencies. So we needed a cost-effective alternative to make our deadline, and that's where ReadyMage comes in. What those guys have built is incredible. First off, it's an infrastructure which is built for Scandi PWA and Magento 2 on AWS. So there was no need for a pre-study to determine infrastructure requirements. They've already built an optimal solution, and it's both horizontally and vertically scalable, and it's based on Kubernetes and Docker. The best bit is that the setup was ready around 10 minutes from signing up, and it had all the required tools for development, like a GitHub repository, development staging, and pre-live environment. But more impressively, the setup has a distributed server architecture which is optimized for Magento 2. It comes with infrastructure monitoring, zero downtime deployment pipelines with auto deploy, server side rendering for PWA, and a CDN solution. The list goes on, but enough buzzwords for now. The end result was exactly what we hoped for. We spent less time setting up and worrying about the infrastructure, and we focused on the core feature development. We were able to launch a transactional store within 20 working days from starting. And the project launch was as simple as switching over DNS records. And even while we were performing our live proving tests, we were seeing our first real orders being placed. And that was our biggest reassurance. Since then, we've been evolving the website on almost a weekly basis, and we've managed to scale up to serve a wider audience and a wider product selection. And the infrastructure has held up very well against the increased demand, and the ReadyMage support team has been available regardless of the time of day to answer any questions or concerns that might arise, and they've done a great job at supporting the growth of this store. All in all, I would say that ReadyMage is a great headache-free hosting solution for Magento 2 and more specifically for Scandi PWA, and both for small retailers and enterprise solutions.